Please read the disclaimer. Holy smokies, it ain't no jokes. Donald Trump just gave a massive warning. XRP holders, hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. The market reacted to his warning, and XRP is down minus 2.6% on the day. Bitcoin is down to 64,171, down minus 5% here on the day. Ethereum down also 5%. Solana down 5%. So actually XRP is doing okay from his warning, which we'll get to in just a second. XRP did go up all the way to $1.42 before it shifted down here earlier today. You know what? I will get into what Trump actually said. Trump is saying that he is going to give much higher tariffs on countries that will try to play games with the US. Says he will hit back harder than before. He says any country that wants to play games with their ridiculous Supreme Court decision, especially those that have ripped off the USA for years, even decades, will be met with much higher tariff and worse than that which they just recently agreed to. Beware, buyer beware. Thank you. Your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So basically, he is saying, hey, some of these countries now are looking at the situation and trying to say, I'm not paying the tariffs and things like that. And Donald is saying, no, don't start doing shenanigans, right? Those of you that will try to, put a fast one on us are going to get it harder than before. And so that the markets did not like that, right? And you can see here that the stock market pulled back here as well, right? Not just crypto, but the stock market as well. And we're seeing the situation right now where, crypto is following basically what the stock market is doing. But, off of the fact that crypto is down significantly. And even though we saw the market, rally back a little bit this morning after that Monday morning sell-off, we are significantly in the hole here for the day, right? So minus, the total market is down 4.5%. That's a big pullback. And outside of only XRP, which is actually still higher than where it was this morning, because it had that interesting run up where XRP recovered there about 7% in 11 hours. It was funny. I made the video in the morning talking about the situation with XRP and how it sold off. And then while the video was up, XRP started running, but then Trump came out with that headline, and it significantly fell off a cliff there. So it will be very interesting to see what happens with the market from a price action point of view, because we'll get to a few things in just a second that could be bullish for the crypto market. As always, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. If you see me, a little bit getting mixed up a little bit, I have a bad headache. I'm feeling a little bit off. So if my words are not coming out, that's the reason why. But it will be very interesting to see how the market reacts here, because we haven't yet gotten any update on the whole Iran situation. And that is something that the markets are going to be looking at and anticipating to see, what is going to happen with that. Of course, we still have the Clarity Act, which Eleanor is reporting that the stablecoin rewards gap has shrunk considerably. The White House Crypto Council Executive Director details stablecoin yield talks. The SEC greenlight broker-dealer holding stablecoins, and these are the potential things that we're going to see here this week. And so, there's going to continue to be meetings into the week, and we'll see how the market, if anything positive comes out from any of these meetings, how does the market react to that? And is it positive or negative going forward, right? So that's very, very interesting to track and watch as well this week, right? And so we'll see how the price action plays out, and where we can potentially go from here. And this was interesting. I saw this morning. Jane Street, which many have blamed, right, for a lot of the shenanigans that goes on early in the morning when the stock market opens up. They manipulate. People say that they manipulate the price action via the Bitcoin ETF. And you can see that the same institution accused of the daily 10 a.m. Bitcoin manipulation just bought 785,000 more strategy shares. So on the one hand, they're manipulating prices down, but they're also accumulating assets that are Bitcoin related. So that's a very interesting situation that continues to go on, where we see this kind of double-edged kind of play here, where they short the market, but they're also buying it in different places when the market dips. And we'll get to JP Morgan in just a second, which also kept, shorting the market or doing shenanigans or calling out the crypto market as something, evil. And then in the end, we'll let's get to the Johnny Damon interview here on Fox News. And let's take a listen to what he had to say.
And I was with Paul Atkins the other day, the chairman of the...
I can't hear. Technical difficulty time. You could hear, but I couldn't. Here we go. 1 second. Here we go.
Really exciting. And I was with Paul Atkins the other day, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, who told me that financial services as an industry is moving further and further toward tokenization. Jamie, what can you tell us about tokenization? Is JP Morgan moving there as well? And how is financial services changing with regard to tokenization and digital assets?
Yeah. First, I want to applaud the SEC commissioner for getting on top of this issue about why we have shrinking capital markets, public markets. So we've gone from 8,000 public companies in 1996 to 4,000 today. I'm not against private credit or anything like that, but a lot of things are moving out of the banking system. We got to look at what we did. We overdid it with rules, regulations, ISS and Glass Lewis, and it damaged some of the vibrancy of our capital markets. We still have the best in the world. And so now if you look at our capital markets, it's been adopting technology nonstop. I mean, for years, mainframes, processing, algorithms, of course, virtually nothing to process trades. We moved $16 trillion the other day. In one day, $16 trillion. It goes through our AML systems, our risk systems, sanction systems, fraud systems, OFAC systems. It's cheap, it's fast. So we've always been using technology to do a better job for the client. And we're going to do the same thing in tokenization. So tokenization, blockchain is real. It's been around for quite a while, but now it's becoming more effective, more efficient because people are finding ways to do it faster and cheaper, permissioned or not permissioned. Smart contracts, I think, will probably be real. We're working on stable coin and a JP Morgan. We have a JP Morgan deposit already. And think of it as a token, which is a deposit. We can pay interest on it. And as a payment system and a network, we're involved. If we can use things like that to do something better, faster, cheaper for clients, we're going to.
So the man that, was anti is suddenly, hey, if we can do something better for our clients, we're going to do it. Remember, also, I think it was, what was the company, Vanguard, also that was anti-crypto. Like they said, oh, we're not going to offer crypto to our clients. And then they came around. So there's lots and lots of companies that might have been anti-crypto, and now they're coming around because they see the opportunity. They see the possibilities here with blockchain, with stable coins. And again, I think that those assets are going to be the gateway into potentially investing in other crypto conduits, right? And it could be, specific tokens, and it could be something in the future that develops from the cryptocurrency market. So that will be very, very interesting to see how it plays out. We'll see how the market plays here in the next coming days. There's going to be a significant amount of manipulation continuing to go on until we kind of get a little bit more clarity from both sides, from the side of the Iran-Israel situation, the Iran-Israel-USA situation, and until we get a little bit more information on what's going to happen with the Clarity Act, and if we have, of course, Trump, saying more things about tariffs. So there can be all kinds of things that are still on the table for the crypto market, and things that can still move the market in a specific, daily direction. Today it's negative, maybe tomorrow it's positive, maybe on Wednesday there's NVIDIA earnings, for example, and the market sells off. on either way, after hours when they report, or maybe there is some sort of, USA Iran things. So there's a lot of things on the table, and you have to take into consideration all of these possibilities. Okay, so it's very, very important to remember that. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.